Welcome back to 7 News at 6. He's an attorney and published author, but before that, Jeremy McCamic was a Marine. He spent nearly a year as a second lieutenant in Korea, seeing combat during the Korean War. McCamic calls enlisting one of the finest things he ever did. He's put his service in writing in his books, but this is his story in his own words.
I found myself in 3 major battles so supplied: the Bunker Hill battles of August '52, the Hook battles of November '52, and the early spring battles of 1953.
That's Jeremy McCamic reading from his book, Korea Revisited, which talks of his 11 months in the country, although McCamic's service lasted longer than that.
I got commissioned in the Marine Corps the day the Korean War started.
And completed more training before assuming his position as an infantry officer.
Our troops, before I got there, fought through Seoul, and were heading north to end the war. And Truman stopped us at the 38th parallel.
McCamic says by the time he served in Korea, the fighting had changed.
The early days of the war was really, really bad. I got into the trench warfare end of it, which is, is tough enough, but nothing like the early days. Those guys, they earned everything they got. I mean, they were wonderful. And then I got an assignment as the platoon leader of the 75 Recoilless Rifle Platoon, which was a tremendous weapon for Korea because it was a weapon that shot straight, and most of the others went like this. 4 guys could carry the weapon, and then we had backpacks that would carry the ammunition. Picked our spot and set it up, fired a few. The first one we fired had a big backblast. You could start counting and you wouldn't get to 9 before you got incoming coming in. It was exciting work.
Exciting and sometimes frightening.
You don't want to let anybody know that you're scared. That's not the point. You're going to do what you have to do, and the Marines, that's what the Marines do. They do what they have to do. Scared? Of course they're scared.
After 6 months in Korea, McCamic applied to return home, but his commanding officer had other plans.
He said, if you just hang on, I'll get you some 90mm guns.
Finally, McCamic did return home. He's proud of his service and the men he served with.
Finest thing I ever did.
As we mentioned, McCamic is a published author. He read an excerpt of one of his books for us. You can hear that and a few more stories he had to share about his time in Korea and his comrades in a digital exclusive at WTRF.com.